Like he's self-made. Sir, I wish he was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company. Myself and my wife was running the office because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
Oh, stop it.
Is that your
All right.
solution,
Hold it. No, sit down. Sit down.
Okay.
You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Active.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
All right.
Can I respond, Mr.
Hold
Chairman?
it. Hold it. If
Hold
we
on.
can't, no,
This is
I have
what
the
he
mic.
said.
I'm sorry.
This is
Hold
what
it.
he said.
You'll have your time.
Okay.
Can I respond?
Oh, no, you can't. This is a hearing.
Fight, 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 and holy cow, Bernie Sanders, such a party pooper. Welcome back, beautiful and amazing human beings. My name's Luke Radowski here of WeAreChangeDotShop, and there's a lot of absolutely crazy, wild, and bewildering news to get into today. As of course, domestically, it's not what the corporate media is telling you it is, as of course, there's even a bigger conflict right now at a private business and enterprise known as the Daily Wire, where we are seeing a insidious trap unfold between Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro, with now Tucker Carlson joining into the mix, as of course internationally our foreign policy is just as tumultuous. We're going to be talking about that plus a lot more all here on this independent media broadcast. If you like the shirt that I'm wearing, you could get it on thebestpoliticalshirts.com, and the clip that we played in the beginning of this broadcast was from C-SPAN, as of course there was a member of the U.S. Senate that almost got into a physical conflict with one of the people that they were interviewing during a hearing, which was pretty entertaining, as it's important to note here that members of the U.S. government used to previously duel with each other and literally shoot each other. Now, we definitely are living in, some would say, more of a civilized day and age. I would disagree with that. Previously, if lawmakers and politicians wanted a conflict, they would actually go fight it themselves. And if we had that in place, I think we would have a lot less conflicts right now. All of this, as some people are expecting just as much of a tumultuous conversation between the president of China and the United States that are set to meet very soon in California, as more and more and more China and the United States have been becoming geopolitically opposed, with many people raising a lot of concerns about the potential of more geopolitical shakeups in the region, specifically dealing with the Middle East, Taiwan, and Europe, where some people are hoping those tensions could actually de-escalate with the involvement of China and the United States finally sitting at the table and maybe working out some deal. As of course, it's important to note here that probably whatever that deal is, it's not going to be in the benefit of the American people, as of course Joe Biden, his son, and his family has a lot of extensive business ties to Chinese corporations that are extensively run by the Chinese government. As of course, many people are now memeing these kinds of videos.
Where's my 10%?
Highlighting the great disadvantage that you, me, and every other American are in right now, as a lot of the decisions made by the senile president of the United States, especially when it comes to his Build Back Better policies, especially when it comes to his Israel first, Ukraine second, the American people who policy that essentially has been robbing and looting the American blue-collar middle class of any kind of real opportunities in exchange for favorable globalist corporatist policies that, of course, shifted a lot of the jobs and opportunities away to China. And in related theft and highway robbery news, we have the latest also coming from Memphis, Tennessee, where there have been a huge amount of daring criminal thefts of property now of a FedEx tractor trailer that was literally blocked off by several cars at a major intersection. And then dozens of people decided to pillage it, leaving nothing but discarded boxes all over the road. This, as it's clear, an ongoing criminal organization is taking advantage of the FBI going after parents who show up at parent-teacher conferences, Catholic religious figures, and, those pesky individuals who dare to think politically different than the current establishment. But don't worry, Nikki Haley has a solution for everyone, and that is rounding up all the anonymous accounts and then doxing all of them in an insane power grab and idea that she is speaking out against almost every single day now, where she is calling for anonymity to be absolutely destroyed, which she says will happen under her administration, which just shows you how absolutely out of touch of reality some Republican politicians are, as clearly all they care about is centralizing power and authority for themselves while not giving a damn about the Americans that are being screwed over. But don't worry, we of course will still continue to hyper-focus on Hunter Biden, who now might even subpoena Donald Trump. Again, for me, I'm kind of sick of talking about kind of Hunter Biden. I think it's important to focus on the actual issues affecting Americans, as the policies, the politicians that have screwed them over never face any real scrutiny, but they do distract us very well with things that actually don't matter in our everyday lives. Issues like your wealth, your health, your personal well-being that have all dramatically gone down. And that's one reason out of many reasons why I started LukeUnfiltered.com and WeAreChange.Shop, our own official line of health supplements that we, of course, are working, growing, building, and supporting our own independent media organization through. Again, these are our own supplement. This is not another company. This is our own company. The legal paperwork, the bureaucracy, the freaking red tape to get through all of this was a lot. We finally did it, and we finally have some great products available to you on WeAreChange.Shop. One of my favorites is, of course, TakeCalm.com, and that is this 1,000 milligram full spectrum tincture that helps me a lot, especially if I'm having difficulties trying to fall asleep, especially if I have a lot of difficulties with inflammation, which magnesium glycinate is also good for. But if you have anxiety, Take Calm is really good for you. An overall very safe and effective supplement to take is, of course, fish oils, which are really good for your heart and brain, which, according to some of the latest studies out there, a lot of people do not get enough of. There's, of course, also the Chill Pill, our first product that I personally wanted to spearhead with, as, of course, this is something that greatly helped me during great times of stress. Only take it for 1 month, as Andrew Huberman released some very interesting information about it, especially when it comes to testosterone, especially when it comes to being the strongest, best, healthiest hormonal version of yourself. And whatever supplements you are looking at, make sure that they are right for you as an individual. Talk to your medical professional before taking anything. Do your own homework, do your own discernment, as of course your own personal health journey should be personalized to you as an individual. We of course have a lot of information. You click on one of these products, by the way, you will get a full comprehensive video explaining this product, when you should take it, when you shouldn't take it, the positives, the drawbacks. And for me, what better business to be in than the business of helping individuals with their own problems. These products have helped me. I think they could help you. Check out more on WeAreChange.Shop, as of course I will get into this issue more extensively, as well as deep diving into health, food, diet, exercise, all extensively on LukeUnfiltered.com right after this video for a special broadcast just available for members, who soon might become also automatic affiliates of WeAreChange.Shop. Again, we're doing a lot of really good stuff, trying to do our best to help out the general public, send out more positive energy and vibes, and trying to help people as much as we can. And I think I am doing that with WeAreChange.Shop to support that mission, that effort. Check out all the great 4 products that we have available to you on that particular store by clicking the link right now in the description below. This, as it's fair to say, that your health is going to become more imperative than ever with the more stressful and tumultuous times ahead of us, as we are now getting the latest reports from Bloomberg News that the Pentagon has, quote, quietly ramped up its aid to Israel, supplying them with more missiles and shells and, quote, bunker-busting munitions. As in Washington, D.C., tens of thousands of people gathered to support Israel, where some of the speakers there, including very prominent members of Congress and former members of Congress like Tulsi Gabbard, along with other speakers, called for no ceasefire in the Middle East and more laws restricting free speech on college campuses, which of course would limit the criticism of Israel and its government officials. The head of the House and Senate came out and proudly declared,
We stand with Israel. We stand with Israel. We stand with Israel. We stand with Israel. We stand with Israel.
As it's fair to say that the U.S. representatives, even with a standalone aid bill for Israel, have been doing a lot for that particular country, as here domestically inside of the United States, there's even major Western publications calling for the people of Palestine to be removed from Gaza and then relocated and sent to the West as part of a refugee program that, guess what, the American people will still be paying for. All of this is happening as, of course, the military operations within Gaza have intensified, specifically around a hospital where Israeli soldiers are reporting that there have been some weapons found in that particular location, which they claim was a major command center, which, of course, some people dispute. This conflict also has internally created a lot of strife and division, even amongst a major American media company known as the Daily Wire, as internally. Ben Shapiro, one of the heads of that news organization, recently came out and spoke out against one of his fellow co-workers, Candace Owens, which he was not happy about her reporting on this particular issue. We talked about this extensively in yesterday's video. Today, it looks like Candace Owens is answering back on the Daily Wire, saying very vague statements that a lot of people are attributing against Ben Shapiro by saying, quote, "You cannot serve both God and money," sending, of course, a cryptic message, while at the same time coming out and endorsing Nikki Haley for president of Israel.
I am here today to endorse Nikki Haley for president of Israel. I think she's earned that. I think Bibi Netanyahu is going through a very bad time right now. Support for Israel has virtually collapsed socially. If you're paying attention to the trends and you're paying attention to what people are watching, you're paying attention to the protests. And the one person that I think is capable of getting it back is Nikki Haley, with enough money from foreign interest lobbies. So there it is, guys. I'm endorsing Nikki Haley, president of Israel.
An endorsement that Nikki Haley, with the way that she's been calling for policies, probably would love to serve, as clearly her interests are aligned with a foreign country rather than the actual country that she wants to become the next president of. All of this is happening as now Tucker Carlson will be joining this fight, as Candace Owens just announced that she will be sitting down with him amongst a feud with Ben Shapiro, who of course previously also attacked Tucker Carlson, going after him specifically for his coverage about this entire Middle Eastern conflict, which Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson align with more, saying specifically, hey, can we take care of our problems before we, create more tensions and create more war inside of the Middle East, which I don't think is an absurd point of view. I think it's the right point of view here, especially if you care about America, its interests, its people, and the people of Israel, actually, I would even argue for, as the involvement of the United States engulfs this situation, creates more tension, and severely divides people even more. Now, this conversation will be released later on today, which of course, it is going to be a video interview that I will be paying close attention to, as of course, this is the issue that a lot of people are talking about right now. And in my opinion, Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson absolutely have more of a rational take on this, rather than the very highly emotional take by Ben Shapiro and the rest of the Daily Wire that clearly are letting their feelings get in the way of their facts. As even right now, Ron DeSantis supporters are going as far as to attack Candace Owens for the George Floyd incident. This is what Mike Cernovich is talking about. As the political lines are definitely being shifted here, and more people are realizing, hey, who do you actually really care about? Who do you actually are trying to serve here? Whose interests are you trying to actually work on behest of here? As a lot of American people, especially the middle class, especially the blue-collar workers, feel isolated, feel lonely, are working harder than ever. Their paychecks are being taken away from them to finance all these foreign wars and conflicts. And personally, when it comes to this matter, I am biased. I'm clearly on the side of Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens, who I believe definitely have more of the rational, best take on this entire situation, rather than the larger neoconservative, war hawk, military-industrial complex finance point of view that we see on the corporate media almost every single day. Now, I don't care what conflict it is, whether it's in Ukraine or in the Middle East or even in Taiwan. I think it's in the best interest of the Americans to try to de-escalate the situations, to try to lead to more ceasefires, truces, negotiations, to have a seat at the table and actually talk to individuals. And instead of just sending bombs and weapons in order for those people to blow each other up, actually try to work out some kind of larger commerce and trade deals that would be intuitive, comprehensive, and advantageous for the local populations there. As of course, our foreign policy, in my opinion, has been absolutely hijacked by individuals who do not give a damn, not just about the American people, but also the tribes and groups and countries that they finance, that many times they leave astray. I think Libya is a perfect example of that. Again, a lot of this to me is ridiculous, and if it's ridiculous to you, share this video with your friends and family members. Where do you stand on the divide? Are you with the Daily Wire and Ben Shapiro, or are you with Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson? If you're with them, press 1. You're with Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro, press 2. Down in the comment section below. I always appreciate your perspective. Thank you so much for supporting me by getting the supplements on WeAreChange.shop. One more video coming your way right now on LukeUnfiltered.com. See you there. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys, and that's why I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here on WeAreChange.org.